for the weekend. My goodness, I think a lot of folks are going to be outside soaking up that warmth. Here we go into next week. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but at least 4 days potentially in the 60s. Also, I think early next week, too, we're going to have to talk about some elevated fire danger because not only do we have all this warm air that's also dry, but we also have some gusty winds coming in Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So let's not do any outdoor burning then. I have a feeling we'll talk more about that coming up over the weekend. There you see later in the period, kind of going back to normal. By that following weekend, we'll start to see temperatures align to where they should be for this time of year. Don't forget, 15 minutes now, 14 minutes from now, Ask Andrew Live coming your way. Lots to talk about today, so stick around after GMQC at 8, right here on the 8 Plus app. And of course, bring your questions.
A good Wednesday morning to you. Time for a look at sports. Well, Central DeWitt has already wrapped up the MAC title, but they are still chasing perfection in the conference. The Sabres looking to make the short trip south to play North Scott. Second quarter in this one, they will kick it out to Sailor Van Hort, connecting. It's 20-17. Then Emma Putnam open on the wing. She will splash that one in as they extend their lead to the Sabres. Then is Elena Dreckemeyer finding Allie Moeller. Nice cut, nice bucket. 28-18, and then Central DeWitt gives it to Kenley Burt. She goes right down Broadway, gets the visitors' roll, and then cleaning the glass is Audie Fogelsang, the putback, 35-25 at the break. Central DeWitt still perfect. They win 65-47. Stanford assistant coach Erica McCall in the house to watch Muscatine and Clinton. The future Cardinal Jayliana Guy getting right to it. Stealing that one, and it's 2-0 Clinton. Later in the first, Guy shovels it off to Allie Haskell. She hits the deep three. River Queens up 23-5. Second quarter, Haskell running the break. What a pretty pass this is to Jayliana Guy in stride, laying it in. That gives her the record for most points in a single season at Clinton. In the third, another shot for history. Guy knocking down the three, breaking the school record for career three-pointers made. The sophomore has 32 in the contest. Queens win big over Muscatine, 91-26.
The feelings are high. I'm very grateful, very, very grateful. Just staying humble and getting back to the work is always my mentality, so I'll never be satisfied. The work that I do out of season really pays off. So I think, my dad, my family, everybody's behind me. So it's just a really big accomplishment.
We will hear from Stanford coach Erica McCall about Jayliana later today. More high school hoops on the boys' side. Rivals Bettendorf and Pleasant Valley playing for the second time this season. Spartans with a hot start. Hand off to Kaysen Neely, knocking down the three, and it's 7-0. PV then skips it to the corner. Devin Harper, three ball, and it's a 10-zip ball game. Bettendorf, though, would find their scoring touch. Jaden Davis off the bench, knocking down the three, cutting it in half. It's 12-6. Second quarter, Bulldogs down two. Caden Gray, the three from the wing. It's their first lead, 17-16. Next trip down, Davis from the top of the key nails another triple, 20-16. This one was close throughout. Bettendorf wins at 59-58. Let's hop the river to the Western Big Six. United Township looking for a little get back against Rock Island. Second quarter, Rocks with the pressure. Avian Thomas, the steal, going coast to coast for the lay-in. 3-2 Panthers. Rocks will then come up with another loose ball as Lawson Zulu tracks this one down, and the long pass ahead to Devin Marshall for another bucket. It's a 6-4 ball game. Rocks still hustling. Marshall underneath, laying it in, plus the foul, 7-6 Rocks. Panthers would make their move. Jordan Massey going across the paint. He will rise up and hit the jumper. 8-7 UT in front, and then Octavius Hickman will fire to the corner to Tucker Speckman. Three-ball corner pocket, 11-8 Panthers. The Rocks do go on to win this one, 68-63. Make sure you check out our latest episode of Beyond the Score. We talk a little high school hoops and what sport we would like to try from the Olympics. It's all on our 8 Plus app right now. That's a look at sports. Have a great Wednesday.
It's 8:50 and still ahead, facing an urgent need for referees. Iowa students are stepping up, learning the rules and earning credentials. Hear how this effort is changing school sports. Facing a nationwide shortage of sports officials, that is, dozens of Iowa school districts are teaching students how to referee to fill local needs and earn certification.
That's right. Bo Bowman has that story.
Refereeing can be a thankless job. We see it in every game. A call goes the wrong way, and the crowd finds you fast. But on this court, in Centerville, the whistle belongs to a high school senior,
Gravel, that way.
Connor Lancaster. And when he blows it,
Stays here.
people listen.
When you get more confidence, you believe in your whistle more, and you believe in the calls that you make.
Centerville High School started offering a class a year and a half ago, Officiating 101, a course built for sports that are running short on something they can't play without. It teaches upperclassmen the rules, the mechanics, the poise,
If you need anything, you two are the captains. Come to me.
and it certifies them too.
We got officials that are aging, and we need younger people to step up to the plate, and this class is helping, I think, get those kids interested.
But teacher Brian Keeler doesn't sugarcoat the hardest part, the part that never ends up on a highlight reel.
We do talk about what's, one of the main things why officials leave. Well, it's because of crowd. Crowds get on to officials, and, sometimes they get burnt out, and hey, I'm not going to do this anymore.
Connor has already felt it, down at the junior high level where the stakes are smaller, but the parental pressure can be just as big.
He looked at me, yelled something. I said, if you do that again, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. And then that was it. Nothing else happened.
Do you think that gave you some confidence too, a little bit?
It feels like I have authority, yeah.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union says all over the country, athletic directors are facing a referee shortage. They report 50,000 officials were lost nationwide during the COVID-19 pandemic. And while the numbers have started to rebound, they're still not back to where they were before 2020. And it's not just the crowds driving the shortage, there's also retirement.
We have a generation that's aging out of it, that has done it, for potentially 20, 30, 40, even 50 years in some cases with our officials here, and they're aging out of it. So we need those new ones to kind of step up and step in.
Elise Bolton with the Iowa Girls Union says 55 Iowa school districts like Centerville are now offering the referee classes through a program called Ref Reps. For high school students, that means a free certification, a low-risk way to try something most people only talk about from the bleachers.
If they get their foot in the door, it's free for them. They're not losing anything out if they just want to try it. So I think it's an important piece to get them started at this age.
It helps the district staff junior high contest. It gives kids a part-time job. And it gives them something else too, perspective. Because the next time Connor's in the stands or on the court as a player, he'll know what it feels like to make a decision in real time, with everyone watching and half the gym convinced you're wrong.
Right.
And for Connor, this might be more than a class. It might be a first step.
Officiating an MLB game.
Just any MLB game or like World Series?
I mean, a World Series would be really cool, but has a lot of eyes, so.
That's the job, and he's already learning how to hold steady when all the eyes are on him.
Just a good life lesson in general. You gotta be confident with yourself.
I know if he's ever on the parade, Larry, you listen to him
Yeah.
anytime he blows a whistle.
Learning a lot there, right?
That's the middleman. Now, Connor also hopes to officiate baseball games, and he's considering attending the MLB-recognized umpire school. Okay, with hopes of eventually being behind the plate for the Major League games. Stay with us, because GMQC at 8 will be right back after. Still ahead on Good Morning Quad Cities at 11. For some veterans, recovery doesn't happen in a clinic, it happens on a mountain. How this adaptive sports program is bringing families together.
Plus, not your typical first-class passenger. How one grandson made his grandma's lifelong wish take off.
One last check of the forecast before we get ready to move into Ask Andrew Live. Just a few minutes away here, right on the 8+ app. What a beautiful start to the day. And look at this, 32 degrees. These temperatures are hustling this morning. And that's why I think even with a northwest wind, we are going to aim for that 50-degree reading this afternoon. We did 49 yesterday, but remember, today we have more sunshine, wall-to-wall sunshine expected. 30 tonight, so not as cool. That warmer start tomorrow means despite the clouds, we're right back at it again, well into the 40s. And the rain coverage for tomorrow, it just continues to dwindle. Yes, there'll be a couple of areas, especially around the lunchtime hour, that may have some wet pavement, but other than that, the pattern just looks really quiet, and it continues to get warmer and warmer heading into the weekend and beyond. So Ask Andrew Live, stick around right after this newscast in a few minutes. Bring your questions, bring your popcorn, your breakfast, whatever you got. Come and join us.
That's right. Don't go too far. All right, right here on the 8+ app. Thank you so much for watching GMQC at 8. We have Ask Andrew Live moments away.
Plus, GMQC at 11 with me in just a few hours. So
That's right.
got a morning full of content. We'll see you guys in just a little bit, though. Have a great one.
Continue with us and watch free now on the 8+ app everywhere you stream.
We aren't popping up. Hello. I turned it up as.
Hey, good morning, Quad Cities. It is Wednesday, February 11th, 2026, 9:05 on the clock on the A Plus app, and you know what time it is.
It's Ask Andrew time.
Ask Andrew time. Yes. Exactly. Live, by the way. Thanks for joining us this morning on the app. I'm meteorologist Andrew Stutzky.
And I'm weather anchor Peter Warner. I like this forecast you have going.
Finally.
It's fantastic.
Oh, my goodness.
It's gotten higher than yesterday, right?
Yeah. The numbers just keep going up. And the question is, okay, how far up are we going to go?
That's true.
Because we saw what happened to the west of us on Monday.
I was so jealous.
Yeah.
It's like, what, 120 miles away? It was 70 degrees.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I said, had I known that, I would have made the drive to Des Moines. I would have loved to feel upper 60s.
Yeah, that would have been, fantastic.
So worth it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Just a sign that spring is getting closer, that sun is getting stronger, and yeah, a lot more warmth coming our way. So we're going to talk about that coming up. Welcome back in, a brand new week, brand new episode. If you are new, we're happy to have you along. We do this every Wednesday right here on the A Plus app. How do you get your question to us? Well, a lot of you actually are already in the chat right now on our simulcast on the Facebook page. But if you are not there and you want to text it to us, the number is right at the bottom of your screen. As always, has not changed. 309-304-0888.
309-304-0888.
There's a lot of eights.
I know. I wonder why.
Gee, I know, right? What channel is this? Channel 8.
Ah,
that's why they did that. Those smart folks in marketing.
oh my goodness.
So we're going to talk about, of course, the warmth coming in this week. We'll review the couple of questions that I had. And is winter over? Can we put the final nail in the coffin, if you will, to the winter season? We'll answer that question, too. The answer may surprise you.
Ooh.
So, yeah, stick around. It's going to
Exciting.
be worth it. Let's talk a little bit of weather and what is going on. We had a little bit of a colder start this morning.
Yeah.
Galesburg was the only hometown that snuck into the teens.
Stuck into the teens.
Yeah, 19.
Oh.
Got down to this morning.
I will say I had to scrape my car this morning, and I was not expecting to do that.
That's what Devin said. He said he had frost on his car this
Yeah,
morning,
I had frost.
too.
A lot of them on my apartment parking lot had frost. I was like, I knew we were going to get cold, but I didn't think it would drop low enough to where, that temperature change, I guess, probably caused it with enough moisture, but not fun.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've had to do that.
Yeah.
Lighter winds and the colder temperatures leading to that frost development. What's going on right now with the temperatures? I tell you what, they're taking off like crazy.
They're
and I'm not
skyrocketing.
surprised. This is that time of year, and I forewarned Peter. I said the forecast, especially when it comes to the 3-degree guarantee,
it's not fun.
It is so challenging. It is one of the hardest months to forecast weather in the Quad Cities because of the sun. It's such a huge variable. If you get full sunshine like we're going to get today, it doesn't matter where your wind is coming from. Temperatures just take off, and that's what we're doing. Remember, 19 in Galesburg about 2.5 hours ago. Look where Galesburg is right now, 30 degrees.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Big jump, and it's
That
already
is.
freezing here in the Quad Cities.
Yeah, these jumps are ridiculous. And it's also so hard to forecast, too. Like, a matter of, 20 to 30 minutes of cloud cover moving in or dissipating can make or break a forecast at this time of year, too. It's so finicky.
It is very finicky. That's a good word for it. It's finicky. For us, it's frustrating.
Yes.
But you know what? That's all right, because even when it is warmer than expected, I usually don't get mad at that.
I think anyone's going to take that all day.
Yeah.
They won't be too mad at us.
It's always a good thing.
Yeah.
Always
At least
a
at
good
this
thing.
time of year.
Yeah. Even though, the 3 guarantee suffers sometimes, you know what? I think people appreciate the warmth.
Yes.
That's for sure.
I agree.
Here's our storm system tomorrow, by the way. It's a weakling. You can see there's barely any returns on the radar associated with it. There's a bigger area of low pressure coming on shore in California that's really kind of taking away a lot of the moisture and the energy from what this thing has to work with tomorrow. Obviously, it's going to get cloudy, and there will be a small chance for a shower. But with each new run of Future Track, that coverage and the timing, it just gets lower and lower to where there's practically hardly anything on the map.
Yeah.
And this is the new run that came in about an hour ago. Comes in now at 8:15 because we're back on standard time. But you put this in motion, and even the morning, we don't really see anything kind of pop up until 9, 10 o'clock.
Yeah. That's pretty consistent with what we saw with the European over the weekend, too. And this coverage, I think, is what we thought would play out as well, right? With the temperatures, too, and the precipitation type.
Exactly. If you're north of I-80, it's way north of I-80, like Monticello, Maquoketa, maybe a wet snowflake or two. But for the most of this is just rain. These are rain showers that are going to be moving in. And it looks like the end timing of this is moving up too, because even on the early morning run, which I showed all throughout GMQC, it didn't have the clouds clearing until about 5 o'clock. This newer run has this clearing coming in as early as 2, 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
Okay.
And that's important because of your temperature forecast.
Yep.
So what that means is if this clearing keeps coming in earlier and earlier, the temperature forecast tomorrow is going to have to go higher. Now, I went, optimistic at 49 this morning, but could that be another 50 tomorrow?
Potentially.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wouldn't mind it. It's my day off. I get to go outside.
That's
take a
right.
run. I'll take that all day.
Are any courses open yet? Probably
No.
Okay.
Trust me, James was joking about seeing the 60s last week. All of a sudden, James developed a cough a week earlier than he thought he would expect it. Yesterday, when he saw 60s were going to be in the forecast next week, he's like, yeah, me and Corey Cuffler, I think, are starting to come down with something that's really going to peak next week, Peter. You might need to fill in for me.
Why am I not surprised?
No.
Honestly, I don't blame him because that is so gorgeous.
Oh, it's fantastic. This is one of those scenarios that are actually where some of our, not all, but some of our golf courses, with this warmth that we're seeing, they could get that frost cleared. And I think we're going to talk about frost depth in a little bit, aren't we?
Yeah,
we are. But if that frost can get a little bit alleviated, especially on those greens, you might see some courses open.
That would be nice.
That'd be cool. That'd be fun.
I have a feeling they'll be very busy. I think a lot of us, we felt like we've been so pent up inside because of the cold lately.
Oh, my goodness.
People are just ready to get out.
The end of January was no bueno.
Yeah.
That was not fun.
It was ridiculous. And I didn't make a graphic on this, probably should have, but it was in the top 10 coldest endings to the month of January in the Quad Cities.
The last 2 weeks, I believe, right? Ended up in the top 10. Yeah, that was not fun.
And
those wind chills to that stretch, it wasn't actually, what's fascinating is I looked at the wind chills, the at least coldest wind chill, or the maximum wind chill, which would be the warmest wind chill, I guess, of the day.
Yes.
And it wasn't our longest stretch. It was, I think, maybe top 10 borderline. But think about it, it could have been a lot worse. If we've had 10 stretches that were worse in terms of wind chills consistently below zero, it could have been a lot worse.
That would have been awful.
Yeah.
And especially so if we had the snow on the ground, that would have made it even worse.
That's what I was worried about, yeah.
Speaking of snow, I know a lot of you are still asking about the snowball contest. For some reason, I still can't find the graphic that I made on my online portal, so I'm going to work on that. I'm not going to be able to show it to you here, but Morgan is still winning, clearly, because we have not really gotten much more snow. Peter, James, myself, we still have this big gap to go.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit of a gap left to go.
I'm extra concerned, too, because I had almost 30 inches of snow on the year.
Yeah.
I had the most.
That's okay.
Maybe I jinxed it. Maybe it's good.
Hey.
Maybe it was a plan all along.
That could be.
That's maybe how I'm going to approach it now.
And I even went lower this year. I learned my lesson last year. I said I was not going to do 30 plus. I was going to keep it a little more conservative. And still, nothing.
Nothing.
That's all right. So now not only am I referring to Morgan as the tornado lady because she's seen 2 tornadoes here, now I'm just going to call her the snowfall forecast lady.
Yeah.
Because she seems to have got that down.
She's a snow queen.
Yes.
Elsa.
Exactly.
Is it Elsa? Yeah, that's Elsa. Anna's the non.
I'm glad you know because I've never seen it.
Oh, really?
No.
Wow.
Somehow I've managed to avoid that for this far. Oh, we have fancy boxes now.
These
Look at
nice.
that.
I like this.
Alec, who's helping us direct the show on the back, very excited about this. I love that.
This is nice.
That is awesome. Dual screen experience. Look at us upgrading here on the
I
big show.
know. Oh my goodness. We must be doing something right.
We are doing something, I guess. Something that is. Before I get to the 2 questions, do you want to peek at the long range and kind of
Let's show 'em.
see what things look like? So what I am focused on is what is that polar vortex doing? Because that's one of the things you want to look at to see, are we done with winter officially quite yet? So we've talked about the fact that the polar vortex was weak to begin this month. Now it's getting a little bit stronger. And you can tell because if you look at kind of the shape of this, look at how it's more grouped together.
More rotund almost.
Yeah, it's just more circular in general, and it's not split in 2. Well, there are signs pointing that it's going to split again for the second half of the month. Now, keep in mind, the signal is about a week or 2 behind. So once it splits, it's going to take a week or 2 to get that to kind of be felt here. But what that tells you is we're still in line for some occasional cold snaps of air later this month into early March.
Yes, and that's normal. We do
Yeah.
get 1 or 2 pushes of cold air, but then you'll get that huge swing in temperatures afterwards. That's the nice thing about March is we get near 50 almost every day,
We do.
and I'll take that.
Exactly. And it's with the sun, too, making a difference. This, if this were to occur, say, back in January, remember when we had those teens in single digits? In February and March, this is more like, okay, we're going to be in the 20s and the 30s, and then eventually in the 40s, as opposed to those really nasty numbers.
Yes.
So
We've been avoiding it. Not Siberia. Siberia. Russia.
Siberia, yeah, you're right.
Siberia's been dealing with all of it. We were able to dodge it.
and they can have it.
They can keep it.
They can keep it. Anytime, they can keep all that stuff.
Yes.
So what we want to watch for in the next couple of weeks, we'll watch the polar vortex. Anytime Alaska warms up, that's a big heads up for us here that cold air is coming back. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, not as potent as what we saw in January, but there will still be some cold spells. What about snow? I have not looked into that aspect of it yet, but I'm still holding out hope with maybe one of these cold blasts, maybe get that storm track up here. There's still that possibility that we have at least one more decent snow left.
At least make it a little closer. That'd be nice.
That would be nice.
And also, I will once again say, we still need to add November to the list. I know I keep on.
I know.
If
Did we specify the end date, by the way? Did we say meteorological winter?
I think it's meteorological. I know Morgan's very gung-ho about that.
So it could snow in the beginning of April and it doesn't count?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we're kind of cooked here.
You know
As the kiddos say today, we're cooked.
We're cooked. Is that what they're saying now?
Yeah, that's what they say. We're cooked.
Well, apparently
we
we're
don't have a
cooked.
chance.
You know that's what's going to happen is we're going to get a snow in April.
Yep.
It'll probably be like 6 inches, and it could have been that snow that put many of us closer to that mark.
Yeah.
Mark it's on tape now. 9:17 and 20 seconds on Wednesday, February 11th. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We'll go back. If this happens in April, we're going to roll this tape
Clip
back.
it, put it as a short.
Yep, exactly. And then I'm going to go buy a lottery ticket.
That'd be a good idea. You never know.
I hope that doesn't happen.
No, I don't want to either.
I don't either.
I don't think anyone does.
Ugh, let's not jinx it, like you said. Let's get to our 2 questions, and then we'll open up the floor to your questions. And yeah, they're coming in there. It looks
Yeah,
like
they
you put them
are.
out in the chat. So the one I had today, loved this one. I feel like I've covered it before, but a long time ago. Randall, and I love the spelling too. I haven't seen that name spelled like that before. Randall.
I like that.
Kind of a little extra del at the end there.
I do.
Is there a way to predict a beautiful sunset? Because you don't see that on the 8-day tracker. We don't predict sunsets.
No.
I mean, you know you're going to get a sunset every evening, but what
Yes.
about a beautiful one? So here's what you need to look out for. 3 things. 3 keys to a great sunset. 1, you need at least a little mid to high level cloudiness. Perfect example was last night.
Oh my! It was crazy yesterday.
Beautiful.
I thought it looked like a trout, but that's how my mind thinks.
Like a
but-
trout?
Yeah.
I love that.
See, you know how it kind of had like the little, it's almost like a rainbow
Yes.
trout with like the yellowish silver and then the pink beneath
I can
it?
see that.
See?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like where you're going with that.
That's just how my mind thinks, though. So,
I love it. So yeah, give yourself a little bit of cloudiness, and why you want that is because the underside of those clouds actually reflect a little bit of that orange and that pink light from the sunset. It gives a little boost in color. The other thing is we want a clear horizon. Obviously, if it's cloudy on the western horizon, it's going to cut the sun off a little earlier.
Yep.
So you're not going to get those vibrant colors. And then lastly, did you know this? This is something new that I learned, and it makes sense. Clean, dry air. What do I mean by that? Think about it. The level of moisture in the air. It's really high later in the spring into the summer, but it's very low right now. And the more moisture you have, the more scattering of the light you get.
I was going to say you'll get the scattering in.
Yeah, so the drier air actually allows that light to travel further and become more vibrant. That's what you want to see this time of year.
Dry. And also, I will say some particulates can impact wavelengths.
Exactly, yes.
So if it's a little bit, not like dusty, like, just complete dust.
Yeah.
But I think back to Arizona, 'cause that's, for me,
That's
like,
your-
you get the little bit of dust just enough in the air can help enhance where those short versus long waves kind of make their way through, and that can really enhance colors as well.
We see that with smoke here.
Yes.
That does it big time in the summer when we get those wildfires, which hopefully we don't have to deal with this year.
No, we don't like that.
We'll see how that goes out. So that was a great question. I want to thank Randell for sending that in. The other one was the frost, which you had
Yes.
brought up. Had somebody ask how much frost was in the ground right now. There's your answer. It's 13 inches. It's not extremely deep.
No.
It's a little bit lower than our average that we would usually see. Usually we're in the upper teens and lower 20s. That's no surprise given, the warmer temperatures, the lack of snow, and then when we did have cold, we had snow that insulated the ground. So there's a little frost to contend with, but that is something that could get out of the ground really quickly, and it likely will, like you said, with this warm-up.
Yeah, should go away pretty quickly. The good news is this is something that won't be so deep that it potentially impacts our flood risk. So I know that's something people care about too, right? Because when we have a frost deep enough, we're not going to get a lot of water in the ground. It's not that deep. It's not going to cause too many concerns.
Yeah, that's very good news for our flood outlook. And we talked about this yesterday. When's the first flood outlook?
I think Thursday. I was at the National Weather Service on Monday, and I think they told me that we should be getting something Thursday from our hydrologist. That's what she said.
Awesome. So River
that's
Flood
exciting.
Outlook, number one.
Number one.
Coming out tomorrow, potentially.
Yes, and it sounds like good news. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
So.
That was going to be my first guess. Like you said, the low frost. I don't think we have a lot of snow on the ground to the north of us.
Not
at least
that
a
much.
Really deep snowpack anyway. So.
Nope. And river levels are actually just a little bit below average.
Yeah.
So that means they got to get to average first before they can even try and consider getting into that watch stage or anything like that.
Before they start getting a little worried.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good. Hopefully
Good
it
news.
is an easy year for us.
I would like that.
That would be very, very nice. That's all I have to cover for you today. By the way, if you're still confused, I know there's a lot of confusion regarding the new SPC stuff that we talked about last week. You did a fantastic job linking up with our National Weather Service office this past week. If you missed his story at 5 o'clock yesterday, guess where you can find it?
Online.
Right here. On the
Or
8+
on the
app.
8+ app. I was going to say that I have a written article online that kind of broke it down and kind of told you what we're talking about a little bit more and helped you with some details. Then, for our weather fans.
Yeah.
Or weather geeks, almost we like to say, right? Because we're weather geeks here
That's
too.
right. Exactly.
That full interview with the National Weather Service, you can go ahead and just watch that right after this. That sounds like a good plan, right? Keep your weather-themed morning going.
Exactly.
And oh my goodness, it was a soundbite machine.
And Matt,
there were so many cool little clips we were looking at. I had like 5 minutes of just clips I wanted to use in the story. So a lot of fascinating information there.
He is a great guy. He's so knowledgeable. Let me tell you how lucky we are to have the folks that we have at this National Weather Service office.
We have the best office.
Oh my gosh, we do.
We do.
And we're not being, what's the word I'm looking for? We're not being biased just because we live here.
No.
But we work with many different offices. We work with this one. We work with the one in Lincoln, Illinois.
Des Moines.
I've worked with the Chicago folks before. We work with Des Moines. I got to say, hands down, this office we have right
Best
here.
communication.
Oh my gosh, the communication is more than we could ask for. So we're fortunate about that, and we really, really are thankful for it as well.
Yes.
So yeah, check out your extended interview. It's worth a look. It gives a lot more in depth in terms of what the thinking was behind this new process and how that's going to change. Also, before I leave this afternoon, I think we're going to go maybe over to our big monitor, and we're going to do like a little mini drill.
Yes.
And show you, pretend that, okay, it is a severe weather day. This is what it's going to look like, and this is what it's going to sound like, kind of thing.
Yeah, because I know it's still confusing. We can try and do our best in even a minute and a half to break it down, but it's a big change. And wording can get very complicated with these two.
Exactly.
So, and if you have questions, you can ask them here too, and obviously message us on Facebook.
Yeah,
we always love to help.
It's going to be a process, and we're here to help you.
Yes, exactly.
Like you said.
Exactly.
Speaking of questions, let's do it.
Let's get
see
to
what
it.
we got.
First one, we got our joke. A joke up first. Riley this time. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Butter.
Butter who?
Butter, bring an umbrella. Tomorrow it looks like it might rain.
Oh my goodness. At least you don't need a big umbrella.
That's true.
That's funny though. I love that. That's
I like
cute.
that one, the butter one.
That is cute.
I know. Chad is wondering, is it going to be a hot and dry spring and summer?
Hot and dry spring and summer. Well, we know El Nino will take over.
Yes.
At some point this summer. That's
Slowly shifting.
It's been known to have some impacts when it comes to drought. I know I've covered this before though, and I believe the drought was more correlated with La Nina years, I wanted to say.
Yes.
So we'll see. Again, it's a delayed feedback kind of thing. It's not, once we hit El Nino, when we declare El Nino, that all of a sudden the weather pattern flips and mirrors that. It's going to take time. So it's kind of a wild card, I would say, this year.
It is. And I mean, again, that's something else to keep in mind. It's not like we're going strong La Nina to strong Nino. It's weak La Nina to relatively weak El Nino. And I know like sometimes in those shifts here, we can actually usually see a lot more rainfall, and during the shift season at least in the spring.
Yes.
But with the weakness of it, I know the extended outlooks, I was looking at it, we might have a little bit of a chance, I think, to be above average for the spring season, if I remember right, or March through May, for example. But looks like we're kind of right on the fringe of average to maybe a little bit above. So we'll see.
It's a hard call.
It's not like winter where you can use the Enzo phase to kind of get a better idea of where the track's going to be. It fluctuates a lot more with temperature patterns in the spring.
You're exactly right. Weaker wind patterns, too, in the spring and summer. That makes it even harder to determine what's going to happen.
So we'll see.
Yeah, time will tell.
Time will.
Wish we had a better answer, but we're being honest. We don't want to flub anything and tell you anything different. That's the honest to God answer right now.
We'd always hope it's not gangbusters. Not a good thing. Just some good old-fashioned rain.
Yep.
I think. Next question from Billy. Good morning, Billy.
Hey,
how are you?
Mr. Clinton himself
Mr.
there.
Clinton, I was going to say, he's our Clinton weatherman. With the new SPC outlooks, how will this affect the issuance of PDS watches? Thank you for your time, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day. You as well, Billy.
Yeah, we're thankful you're here with us again this morning. We were discussing this earlier. We see no change.
No change.
No change at all.
So these changes, it's just an addition, really. That's all we're talking about. The only thing that's changing is maybe where we used to talk about a hatch mark before, where it's just an enhanced threat. Well, they're breaking that down into more detail now. That's really the only change. I know it sounds a lot simpler like that than it is.
Yes.
But we still have the categorical outlooks. We still have a 1 through 5. But this is just going to be added on top of that.
Think of it as additional information.
Yes. And it's intensity. Because before they talked about, timing and coverage. That's what the 1 through 5 did. And the enhanced kind of talked about intensity, but it was like a halfway point almost, right? So this one's going to check off that third box of how strong will storms be if they do develop. It doesn't guarantee it either. That's a big thing to remember with this. We could have a 3 out of 3 for a tornado risk, but if the storms don't develop, I mean, again, that's probably going to be rare, but you know what I mean.
And that's one of the things I think was brought up in your interview.
Yes.
Is you could have, like, for example, like you said, you could have, on the normal, the 1 to 5 scale, you could have a 2 out of 5 day, or even a 1 out of 5 day, but you could have the ingredients for a strong tornado.
Yes.
And that's kind of another reason they put this system into play. Because right now, you would think a 2 out of 5 day, you think, oh, okay, maybe nothing big.
Bad.
But no, that could not be the case.
Yeah, it's like when we get those little mesoscale vortices that pop up out of nowhere. Those little bubbly popcorn, almost, I like to call them, systems.
Yeah.
They can come up, but if the ingredients are right, if we have the moisture and the heat, which we do here in the Quad Cities region, all summer really.
We do.
They can get going and be very strong.
So again, another great example of why you should check out that extended interview, because they're going to talk about stuff just like that.
Yes. We break it down in a lot more detail, so. And we'll break it down too, don't worry. We have all sorts of graphics. We're going to separate them so there's 2 different types. We have our groups where we have the typical 1 through 5, and then we'll show you intensity if there's an intensity issued as well.
Issued with it, exactly.
So we'll keep them separate just so it's easier for understanding for you guys as well.
Much easier to read. Great question.
Great question. Kayla from Walnut, she's got a joke. Why is cold weather like a bad ex?
It keeps coming back.
Pretty much. It shows up as uninvited, makes you uncomfortable, and stays way too long.
Isn't that the truth?
Oh my goodness. I love the weather jokes. These are the best.
They're so good.
They make my week. And the question is, what are the biggest challenges in forecasting? Oh boy.
Where do we start?
Yeah. Pressure,
Yes.
cloud cover,
Snow,
precipitation.
snowfall forecasts.
Yeah.
Hate them to death. Ugh.
Which model is most accurate at that time?
Yeah.
I know they're kind of relatively similar nowadays. More data we have, but there's big differences.
There is.
Especially long-range forecasting. That's where it's a real pain in the butt, you can almost say sometimes.
Yes. And I know we have AI and all this stuff, and I don't personally think AI will ever replace a meteorologist because there's such a nuance to what we do.
Yes.
I mean, if Peter and I were to put together a forecast today, at this exact moment, I guarantee our numbers would not be the same.
No.
Because it involves personal experience. It's kind of a gut feeling, if you will. Yep. And that's what makes what we do so unique, that human element.
Yeah.
A computer can't replicate that, at least right now, that I'm aware of.
Nope. No model is right. I've never seen one model be consistently right. That's why people like Andrew are needed.
Well, Peter too. We need Peter as well. We need all the meteorologists. The more brain power, the better.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, it's a difficult job, but it's fun.
And it's very rewarding at times too.
It is.
It can be.
And when you do get it right, it feels really good.
Oh boy, does it ever.
It's the best, especially a long range forecast, and you nail that. That's the best. Feels like you're holding up a trophy. You know what I mean?
Does, yeah. It really does.
Let's see. Good morning to Chris and Riley. Zach and Wayland asked, will Sunday be a good day for burning?
Sunday does not look terrible. I think
not as bad. The winds are like 10 miles per hour with a gust probably, 15 to 20?
Still in the single digits, yeah.
I
think 10. You're okay there. But yeah, definitely early next week. I'm concerned about that.
That's going to be messy. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week? Yeah.
No so, well, and again, the National Weather Service, I'm sure they're going to talk more about this, probably starting this weekend. Not really concerned about it now because it's so distant. But yeah, you'll likely hear me on Monday morning say, all right, folks, we got to talk about the low relative humidity, the wind, the warmth. This is a day we don't want to be lighting anything on fire outside.
Yeah, we'll be emphasizing that this weekend too and seeing if there's any flag warnings that potentially do come out.
That's right.
This is that time of year. This is that time of year where they start to come out a little bit. So we'll see.
I remember last year, was it the spring last year that we had
I feel like we had
a number
them
of days
all the time. I know we had multiple weather impact alerts for that here, and I know Central Iowa was all over it too. Yeah. They had a lot of them issues, and they had a lot of fires too.
So we may be repeating that again.
We'll see. Yep. We'll see. It's something we'll watch closely. Chris, when do we get to say meteorologist Peter Warner? Next summer.
That's right.
Next
yes.
Summer.
The update on your progress with school.
Yeah, I'm halfway through now. So just got to get through 1.5 years, which isn't too bad.
So close.
Which isn't too bad, no. I wish I could do it faster, but working a job and trying to do more than a couple classes at a time would probably drive me crazy.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
I couldn't do it.
So doing it 2 classes at a time. So I'll have 2 classes this summer, 2 classes next fall, 2 classes next spring, 2 classes next summer, and then tie a little bow on it with a little test.
And you're doing some exciting stuff. You're getting into radar now.
Oh, radar, it's so fun. It is so fun. Studying the WSR 88D, or that's all the radars that we use at the National Weather Service. S bands versus C bands, which that'd be a fun Ask Andrew thing to break down our radars and pulse lengths.
Yes.
And distances from the radar and all that. Maybe that's something I can make up for you guys next week.
I think that'd be fun.
We can do something on that. That'd be fun.
Well, people are always interested in that kind of stuff.
Yes. Let's see. Michelle, I've seen snow on March 21st on her birthday. I'm not surprised by that. You can get them in April. So
it can happen.
No surprise there. Let's see. Tim from Moline, could we see another drought this year given how our winter has been with not much snow?
It is certainly possible. I mean, when you look at the drought map, which of course we look at almost every week when I remember to.
Comes out on Thursdays, right?
Does, yes.
Yep. That's like my brain. I think it's.
I'm going to pull up the, I haven't updated the numbers on that, so I'm going to try and stay away from that number graphic that I have. It's been a while.
That's also tedious, too.
It is, yeah. It takes a little bit of manual labor here. We'll pull up the regional so you can see. We're not in terrible shape
We'll
here.
take this.
Yeah. This is manageable.
Yeah.
We're not in a Champaign-Urbana situation where they're in extreme drought.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's when I'd be really worried. But this is recoverable. This is one really decent rain event, one really decent snow with a melting event. That would wipe that out.
Yeah.
Completely, at least for the yellow.
And our friends down south are doing well, again, which is always important as well. So we want moisture down south.
You do. And also, remember, too, if you look to the west, look at the Corn Belt here.
That's pretty good.
Where there's no drought. You know what that means for severe weather season.
That's where we get those Colorado lows injected in.
Yep. And if you have no drought ongoing here, that means you're likely going to have a very active severe weather season because you've got the moisture in the ground for it. Maybe not so much here.
That's not great down south.
This is not great down here, but certainly to the west of us, seeing a lot more signs it's going to get busy.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll take that. Nice.
Yeah, not terrible.
Chris and Kayla and Walnut again. Hello, can you explain what 20% of rain actually means? Pops, our least favorite thing.
Oh, this is why you will never see it on any, at least of my forecast graphics here. We don't like those. I know it's in the app. It's in all the apps, including our Storm Track 8 app. We don't use them because nobody knows what it means.
No one knows what a pop means.
They think, okay, 20% chance of rain. If I have an outdoor event and somebody tells me there's a 20% chance of rain, I'm going to treat it as if I'm going to stay dry.
Yeah.
Because it's 20%. It's so small. Well, guess what?
It
rains. Who are you mad at? Because you said 20%. Because that's not what 20% means.
No, not at all.
It doesn't mean that 20% of the area is going to see rain or that you have a 1 in 2 chance of getting wet. That is not what it means at all.
No,
at all.
It's not even just, and I know people say, well, it actually means what percentage of the area is going to get rain. It's not even that either.
No, it's not.
It's like a whole, honestly, it's just really up to interpretation.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like when I was working with Des Moines, I had one approach. Well, their chief had another approach to pops. And that's nothing against him, but that's just how people approach pops. Mm-hmm. And each station's going to do it differently. Each person's going to do it differently. That's why it's easier. Yeah. Isolated, scattered, widespread. Simple.
Mm-hmm. To give you an idea of how complicated it is, there's a formula that goes with it. It's a mathematical formula.
Yeah.
So
and how often do people do that formula?
Rare. Very rare. Yeah. So that's why we don't mess with it.
Yeah.
We're not trying to say, you guys don't know what you're doing. You guys don't know what we're doing. We don't think you're smart enough to handle this. We just want to make it easy.
Yeah.
Not just for you, but for ourselves. We want the communication to be very straightforward.
Yep.
We don't want any uncertainty when it comes to what we're calling for in a weather forecast.
Yes. Verbiage is very important, too.
Exactly.
Phrasing, all about making it more understandable.
Yeah.
Not only for us, but you guys as well.
As well, yep.
And then Chris has a joke that'll wrap us up here.
Oh, boy.
Why is the sun so smart?
Why is the sun so smart? Because it's bright?
Because it has over 5,000 degrees.
5,000 degrees. I don't want to see your student loan bill, by the way.
No, that would be awful. Oh, my gosh. That'd have me running.
Ooh, goodness.
That's a good one, though.
That is amazing. I love it. That's cute.
Yes. I love our jokes. We get 3 jokes a show now.
That's impressive.
I like that.
We started off with none. Then we started off with Riley giving us 1.
And now Chris and Kayla each give us
Walnut, they give us 1.
They give us 2 today.
Oh, we did get 2 today?
From them. I think Kayla gave us 1 and Chris gave us 1.
Oh, my gosh.
I know.
1 of each. You guys are amazing.
This is going to be a stand-up show by the end.
Oh, my gosh. We're going to need an hour.
Oh, seriously. We
Instead of
talk
a
too much
half hour.
also.
That's all right. It's good stuff. You guys enjoy it, I know.
It's fun.
The numbers prove it.
That's
So
true.
We're glad you keep on coming back. That's all we got, I think. Are we good?
We are good.
Well caught
Everyone
up?
today.
Okay.
Busy day.
Yeah. Even though the weather's quiet, we still find something to chat about.
Oh, we always do.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in. As always, thank you for joining me this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, anytime. There's plenty of room right here at the
there
desk. And then room for many more next door. We're going to let you guys go on with your Wednesday. Again, check out the bonus clips from his special. It's right here on the 8+ app. Super easy to find. I bet all you have to do is hit the up arrow on your remote, hit the weather link
It's in there,
at the
yeah.
top. I bet it's right down there at the bottom.
right there.
Yep, check it out. It's good information. And again, we'll continue to kind of explain this as we go along. So no worries, we're not going to leave anybody behind. We'll make sure everybody knows what we're talking about, what we're communicating it, and what to expect.
Yes.
You guys have a great day. We'll see you next time.